Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of a tier list update here. Um, we did end up getting the newest Dokkan Fest LR dropping, which is kind of like, whoa. You know, a fifth, like, Dokkan Fest LR slash Carnival LR, a third banner. I mean, now keep in mind that this character, the LR, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, it is kind of a weird thing when they treat the EX part like this, because I certainly do see a lot of confusion, but, like, we are, like, essentially in the next, like, we are done with the Global Dokkan Celebration, and we're, like, in the next celebration. All they did was they just kind of took, like, the next celebration, and they kind of just drew over it a little bit, and, oh, yeah, it's, like, the final part of the, you know, GDC. It's what they did with the 10th anniversary to A Time of Vegeta, right? They kind of just absorbed a little bit of it, but like the structure of this certainly so far seems to be a normal celebration and stuff like that, right? So all right, now this one is probably going to be controversial. I don't want to like overreact too much to some of the new fights, only because the new fights, like, this is not the end of the event, right? So this right here, I might, typically I really only focus on doing these when a new character comes out. I might do like a special version once this has all of its fights. Because I'm suspecting that the design of stages past this are going to be much different, right? But we'll see. So I'm going to just kind of make this list, you know, with the new character added, and under the assumption that, like, the matchup-based fight shit is gonna continue, right? And, like, you know, these fights, which might be very, very tough on certain characters, might ease up once we get this to level, you know, stage 4, 5, 6, or whatever. If that ends up not being the case, I could adjust on the fly, too. If, you know, you're someone who's very sensitive to a very certain, I was gonna say word, but it's not word. It's more like, you know, event, festival battles. If that's something that's very sensitive for your ears, you're gonna need a lot of earmuffs here, because that is kind of like right now, like, I'm really focused on essentially 3 types of content right now. I mean, maybe we could talk a little bit about like the Shadow Dragon boss rush, or Divine Wrath Mortal Will, or something like that, but it's mainly that Supreme Magnificent battle, the GDC special battle, which to me is the I would probably say the Goku Black and Zamasu fight is probably the hardest fight in the game. I don't know, maybe I probably should just say festival battles, because it takes so, like, it does take so much effort to, like, actually beat that, whereas the Goku Black fight, we could jump in and we could clown on it in, you know, 2 seconds if things go perfectly, right? So the GDC special battle, festival battles, and then the Supreme Magnificent battle, the next generation Saiyans. Those are that's the hardest content in the game. I'm not really super concerned about, like, red zones and stuff like that. Right now, red zones are completely dominated by any GDC LR. Completely shits on those events. No challenge whatsoever. So, all right, let's just go ahead and jump in. I'm just going to quickly grab 10th Anniversary Gogeta, 10th Anniversary Vegito, and I'm going to grab Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I believe in the last one, I did, oh, not you. I believe in the last one, I did move, you know, 10th Anniversary Vegito and Gogeta. Wait, I just did this wrong. Yeah, that's what I had before. But now even more content structured exactly the same, which is where a lot of the meat of the fight is taking place right away, right? Like, so much of what's going on right now is right away. Now, this guy can, I mean, he dies a lot, but to be fair, every character does, right? Omega, Rose, I mean, the blues, funny enough now, because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he was not dying for me. Like, people would do, like, really weird shit, like, you know, like, I was just playing normal, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would never die. Now, with the structure of the new fights, he can be killed, too. It's really only Blue Goku and Vegeta who don't very often die, but the content is, like, stronger than our teams right now, which has not been the case in quite some time. I mean, even when Goku and Frieza first dropped, right? Like, I beat that fight first try, right? Like, it's like, we had characters who were able to completely dominate that shit, so I would go with these three. I give Super Saiyan 3/4 Goku the grace above the 10th anniversary fusions, because so much of the content right now is the short focus content. I do think that the fusions here are much better in festival battles, and I mean they are like borderline must runs to me. I think that their design is for festival battles. Like that's what they're designed for. That the reason the fusion, by the way, only lasts for 4 turns is because of festival battles. If this was permanent, festival would have no difficulty whatsoever, because you would have Vegito and Gogeta at that point, and you would just sweep the last phases, and there'd be no challenge, right? It's funny how particular they had to design that event in order to make it hard, but it makes it hard so people don't like it. Oftentimes, if a fight, people, oh, I hate when bosses lock and shit like that. Well, they have to do that, or it's not hard. Sorry. Like, our characters are too good, items are too broken. Like, it's just, it's not, we're never going back to, oh my god, remember the difficulty when, like, Red Zone Broly came out? The reason it was difficult was because character kits sucked. They fucking sucked. Like, characters didn't have defensive mechanics. Like, we're not going back to that time where they're gonna drop a fight. Like, they have to go really crazy in order to make fights challenging, right? Which includes toxic mechanics. It includes, charge count, locking, AoE's turn 1, 13 million supers turn 1. They have to do exceptional shit like that, because as the years have gone on, our characters have become so complex and so good. These characters can all do everything. It did not used to be like that back in the day, right? Back when Red Zone Broly dropped and he would sweep the entire game and there's nothing you could do about it. My first no-item run against Red Zone Broly was just because, luckily, his first turn against AoE Broly, he's just in Super. And then I killed him with Super Saiyan 4 Goku's active on the second turn, I believe. Right? So it's just like, nowadays, we just have characters full of shit that could get around it. Back then, we didn't, right? So I'm going to go with this, right? Remember, the fusions do dominate in festival battles, so does this guy. These bad boys also dominate in festival battles. They're really good in the Supreme Magnificent. In the new Next Generation Saiyans fight, these guys and the Super Saiyan 4s can get eradicated very quickly. Even, right at the start, because the bosses just hit so hard. But they could still hold their own very effectively. Good in all content, too, right? Festival, all of it. Just a very impressive character, really. I don't know that I really need to spend too much time talking about them. We know why they're good. We know what they're good about. I mean, they've been on these tier lists for months and months and months. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's 1 spot ahead. Now, there is a big gap between these two. It's just very simple. The counter plus scouter combo, so this right here, plus this is just, it's so crazy. The gods are incredibly good. Okay, the gods are so strong, and they got so many good abilities, but, I mean, this guy is just the one. This is the one right here. This shit is so OP, man. It's so crazy. So, there actually is a huge gap, I think, between the gods, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Alright, so, now we can get into the worldwide, global Dokkan Celebration characters. Now, again, let me see what the upcoming content is going to look like. At this point, I mean, I got Omega next, and then I got Rose right in front of him, right? Like, so, okay. Right now, most of these difficult fights are completely catered to Omega Shenron, right? Like, if you look, like, Omega Shenron, I don't want to call him a type advantage merchant, but, he kind of is. Now, it's not the biggest deal. We've seen this many times before. Many characters have really, been able to take advantage of the fact that they just have type advantage in the strongest fights. There's nothing even wrong with that, right? Like, they're designing Omega Shenron to be good right now. And they did that. Like, Omega Shenron's able to completely dominate this fight. Omega Shenron is able to completely dominate this fight as well. But, what is it you're noticing? These fights are catered to him, specifically. Especially this one. Because Omega, he's got, right here, this unarmed nullification right away. This Gohan, the difficulty here, it's like quite literally his very first super attack is most of the difficulty of this fight. Being able to survive that first 13 million super, and it is 13 million, because 50%, 2 million added to this. It's 13.2 million that Gohan throws at you instantly, right? So, like Omega having just a 70% chance to just say, fuck off, kid. I mean, that really matters. But I'm thinking that they're going to structure the rest of the fights in this event, like, around benefiting other characters. If I'm incorrect with that, that's why I said I would do, like, a special one. I would redo this, and Omega would I would probably put him up way high. Like if they drop, like, a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks stage and a Beast Gohan stage, and they're just continued to be catered towards this guy, it's just like, nah, man. Like, it's just his time, right? Because there's also the Kid Trunks fight, which is really quite challenging. This Kid Trunks fight, but like, you could debuff him. Like, like, he is made to be a victim of Omega Shenron. He could kill Omega turn 1, but like, again, all these good characters can die. Like, none of them are invincible. None of them are perfect, right? Like, that's the other thing too. Like, you can't just be like, oh, he died here, I thought he was good. Well, yeah, dude, every character's gonna die. So, like, you know, one death here and there is not even the end of the world, right? Like, the only thing about this guy is just that he's not guarding, right? But that's specifically, you know, because it's like he's got the massive damage reduction. So you toss him up against, you know, Rose or the Gohan, and he's got the true type advantage and can completely decimate them. But, like, I mean, Omega with his support is just really crazy. I just think Rose is just stronger. Rose is a better defensive character than Omega, period. And, I mean, that's what the major reason I like Rose better. I would also say this. Right now, Omega is a real non-factor in, now people are going to get mad, in festival battles. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know people are going to, like, they're going to, like, that's the difference between Omega and the rest of these GDC characters. I know people are going to get mad at that, but, like, it is true. And it does matter. Festival's, like, borderline the hardest fight in the game. It's, you know, like, I feel like I want to lean towards calling this the hardest fight in the game. But, I mean, we could have this shit wrapped up in a couple of minutes. Very quickly. To Festival is, you still get, like, we've been racking up wins in Festival like crazy, but, you know, it could just go wrong at the end, 3 hours in, and that shit, it's just a different level, man. And this character, I mean, a lot of it has to do with Vegeta and Trunks, who might be the first character out of the top 10. I think so, probably. They'd be number 11. What they do at that Festival Battles event, they just close up any weaknesses. Like, this character absolutely dominates Festival. I mean, let me just quickly grab this. It was in the UI Goku video. It was in the UI one. There's one of these where Rose was fucking tossing out 190 million. Is this it? No. Like, we had that somewhere. Sorry, Chad. I forget where it was. But Rose did, like, a 190 million into a 140 million. Like, I'm not Mr. like, oh my god, damage. But, like, Rose is in here at the end of Festival going toe-to-toe with these fuckers, right? Like, so, I don't know. I do like Rose better than Omega. And then, I mean, then we got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who completely decimates the entire game up until we get to here. This is designed heavily against him right now, right? With like this, like Trunks just coming out of the gate with 12 mil, that's tough. Because a lot of the design for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is, I mean, he's not able to be killed really at the start unless you are going out of your way for a Twitter screenshot. He gets hit, and then immediately you could do the Dragon Fist, and he's invincible once you, on the turn, you have the Dragon Fist up, right? And the fight is over. He does so much damage, the fight is always over, right? But now, with these fights, like, if more of these fights are structured like this, Gogeta's going down and Omega's going up. I'm telling y'all, okay? But I do want to, at the same time, get this video out. I was thinking of maybe waiting for more of these fights, but I'm going to get the video out, and then I'll update it if need be. It's fine. It's fine. All right, like, this video, and, you know, years we'll come back and reference it, and, you know, I've got these explanations here. That's why I say we'll update it if we need to. But right now, those couple of fights, they are definitely hard countering Gogeta. But, you know, once we get to phase 2 of all these fights, Gogeta's fucking them up because they're Ki Blast super bosses, which Gogeta, I mean, you know, he dominates. It's pretty easy. I mean, I don't know. I guess a couple of times I've found it easy to play around with this, right? So remember this huge thing. This is for Omega and Gogeta, where you're under 70% and they have the guaranteed nullification, which is really quite good. So there's that. Number 2 is actually Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. This character's so crazy, and I really did want to put them at number 1. Where are they? I don't see him. I know they're here. Here he is. He's right here. And then there's Blue Goku. Yeah, who I will put Blue Goku and Vegeta at top 1 because I mean it's just the way the character is structured, man. I don't like they're just like good for all content. They were able to really perform quite well in festival battles, even before Vegeta and Trunks. So was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, by the way. Rose was good enough to go in there too. And really, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, I imagine, were more so Gohan, remember, because Goten and Trunks is just specifically if we're running the youth category team. Gohan is, you know, really just what we're saying on other teams. Gohan would be good enough towards the end of the fight, definitely, I think, to tank the normals and stuff like that, but, you know, the super attacks, he would struggle against. This character's just really dominant, very strong. He can also get blasted, you know, turn 1, slot 1 by Rose and Zamasu's bullshit. Can get him as well. Right, like or no, excuse me. In here. Gohan can get caught by one of these bosses right away in here. But, I mean, with him, it's even faster than with some of these other LRs, right? You get to turn 4, this character completely controls the fight. Same with, I mean, Gogeta, I guess, really, a lot of times is turn 3. And then Rose is turn 4. And this is a huge, I mean, I know Omega with the support. I know he's got the support, which is super good. And it's awesome. But, like, there's something about these characters' actives that you get it. And it's just like like, they have spectacular, I stumbled over my words there. They have spectacular abilities tied to their active, where Omega is just kind of like vaguely giving the whole team damage. And in some fights, you're buffing the boss. Like, it's just not, like, that, to me, that is really the huge difference, is his domain buffing shit is not even half as good as what these 4 have got, right, with their actives. It's just ridiculous, right? Like, I don't know, dude, fucking Rose. Like, if you have Zamasu, like, if you got this shit up, when you, dude, you pop this kid's active, he's got this shit up, he gets the massive buff, or this, I mean, this active skill, I see this effect in my fucking dreams. Here, can we get the, never worry, there we go. I see this in my dreams, dude. This shit is just so good. So good. You put, secretly, one of the things about this, too, you give this character guard. You give him guard, these guys. With their, you know, Goku with this 80% dodge, 70% damage reduction, you tag guard onto that. It's crazy. Like, Goku, with that active up, is able to tank Vegeta and Gogeta supers in Festival, dude. Like, it's ridiculous. Like people will call him a dodge or die, but this fucker could just tank Gogeta and Vegeta at the end of Festival. We saw him tank one of the two. I'd have to go back and double check. But in slot 2, he did eat the super from, I think it was Vegito. I think it was Vegito's super. He ate it. But this character, like, we just got, like, especially with the introduction of this, I gotta. So looking at this, like, I do feel good about this. I feel like Omega needs to go up, but it's like, I can't, Rose is just better than Omega on the team. Like, I know about Omega's support and stuff like that, but Rose is, like, the central, like, strongest character on that team, man. Maybe we could just drop Gogeta to 5 and then bump Rose and Omega up 1 spot. Like, we could do that. But it's just, man, I wish Omega's domain should have been his intro. Like, it should have been tied to his intro. it just kicks on, and then, you know, the second Omega Shenron, his domain would just kick on his next turn after the first one ends. And then they should have given this fucker a huge power active skill like the others. That would likely make him like #1. If he had it, he'd probably be #1 overall. But like, I'm like who cares? Yeah, let Omega Shenron be #1 overall. There's not even a big like that should be it. I do wish he had one. Like you just give him, I don't know. Just give him the fusions amount. Like if you just imagine what happens if Omega Shenron had this. Like just give him this active skill. And it's like, you know, the Dragon Thunder when he hits the enemy with spikes and electrocutes Vegeta or whatever or something. Something like that, right? Like, boy, be crazy. So, all right, we'll end like this. I do feel good about this. If anything, the only thing I would relent on, I think, is like I feel like mentally I have these two tied together like that. Like it's either this right here, or it's this right here. It's one or the other, with me. Now, if we get more fights in this, and it's catered differently than what I'm thinking, which means like if it's catered more towards like, you know, Omega, or we're getting a lot more of just like Trunks. Like if they're structured exactly like this right here, I mean then it's like I'd have to move Gogeta down, right? But we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. And depending upon what happens with this event, I will do a special update. Although, we are going to be getting the Tanabata Dokkan Fest LR probably on like the 8th of September. So we'll have all the answers then, unless they're going to drop more crazy content for Tanabata. We have never even had a quarter of the content in this game ever, as we have this year. It's been crazy, dude. So, here we go. We'll end on this. Let me know how stupid I am, all that. I know Omega Shenron has a loud fan base, but like, I mean, you know, let's be serious for a second. And then we'll finish up like this, yeah. So, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.